Good morning. Welcome to your Saturday morning, early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, America's kick-ass coach and psychologist. Here with some words of wisdom to get us all rolling. And it is windy out there, so hopefully power lines stay where they belong, and we'll continue to have service today. We shall see. It's kind of a crapshoot. So our card today, we are back. Good morning, Maureen. Glad you're here. We are back to the Grace Cards deck. Apparently we need a little more grace here from Cheryl Richardson. And our card for today is actually gift. And the words are basically talking about grace. So, like I said, apparently we need a little more grace at this point. So, if you'd like to take a couple of nice deep breaths, just settling into right here, right now. Letting everything else just drift through your mind. Taking these few minutes just for yourself. Because doing something like this every morning can actually set the tone for your day. And given that we have 24 hours today to invest, all good if we choose to invest it wisely. So, here's the card. See what you think. Grace is a gift from God. We don't need to work hard to earn it, feel worthy enough to deserve it, or surrender our needs to receive it. The gift of grace is our birthright. And I was struck by the words that she chose to put on this card because it so speaks to how many of us were raised and trained that our value lies in what we do. Not who we are, but what we do. And hopefully this card can help at least a couple of us take a step back from that. I have to be doing in order to have value. That we really don't need to do anything. Our mere existence is the sign that God views us as a gift and gave us the gift of grace. So I'm just going to pick those parts apart because I think we really want to do a deep dive into this stuff since it's so woven into the fabric of our society and our faith systems and our family systems and our communities, etc. Let's take a deep dive into this. We don't need to work hard to earn it. We don't need to work hard to earn it. Are you doing? Are you trying to rack up brownie points on the big scoreboard in the sky? Are you, my dad keeps saying, I'm cramming for the finals here. I'm cramming for the finals. And I'm like, Dad, you don't have to do anything to earn favor with God. You already are a favored being along with all the other beings on this earth. We're the ones who keep messing this thing up, not really settling in deeply to that knowledge that we don't have to work hard to exist. We have value just because we exist. We don't need to work hard to earn it, I mean. The second part, we don't have to feel worthy enough to deserve it, which is good given that first part, right? We don't have to feel worthy enough to earn it. We are worthy. This isn't a thing we have to do. It isn't something we have to earn. It came with us along with the breath as we came down the chute. It just inherent in our being. We don't have to do anything to remember to breathe. It just happens. The same thing for grace. It's just our birthright. We don't have to surrender our needs to receive it. Kind of that scarcity thinking. I'll give you this if you give me that. We can have that all. We get grace regardless. It doesn't matter if we're ill-behaved, well-behaved, if we're tall, short, fat, thin, black, white, purple, whatever. None of that matters in the eyes of spirit. Simply because we're here again, we have earned grace. We didn't even earn it. It just is a birthright. It's just there. We have grace. We are grace. We are grace-filled. So let's just mess with that. I like that. That's a good way to put it. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to take some nice deep breaths in and out. And just notice that breath. You have some choices with your breath. You can be unconscious about it and just let it do its own thing. You can decide to take a deep breath. You can decide to breathe shallowly. You can decide to do breath work, actually making your breath work for you. We do that all the time, don't we? Get things moving, get things moving. But breathing, it just happens. And I want you to just focus on that. Focus on your breath for a couple of breaths. Being that curious observer, the curious observer of the breath. The breath being the same as grace in our lives. It's just there. It's just there. We don't have to do anything to earn our breath. We don't have to do anything to earn grace. Breath is always there, even when we're not paying attention to it, when we're unconscious about it, as is grace. But notice how wonderful it is, how awe-inspiring, how anchoring it is when we pay attention to the breath, our breath. And notice how comforting, anchoring, grounding, supporting it is when we pay attention to our grace. Always with us, always available to be felt. Nothing needs to be done to bring it forth. Merely us being aware, choosing to see, feel, hear, experience grace. So what's grace like for you? When you tap into that feeling of grace, what is it like for you? For me, there's a gigantic exhale because I don't have to do anything to earn it. It just is. Always there, just like the breath. What's your experience of grace like? I'd love to have you put something in the feed. Let's get some examples of what does it feel like to different people. My guess is there's going to be some aspects that feel similar across everyone, and there may be some aspects that are unique to each of us. Grace. Grace. So I'm going to read our card again. The gift. Gift. Grace is a gift from God. We don't need to work hard to earn it, feel worthy enough to deserve it, or surrender our needs to receive it. The gift of grace is our birthright. So I'd love to have us all go forward today from that place, that grace-filled place. Make that the part of the light that shines from your beacon, the beacon that sends energy into the world, loving energy, kind energy, grace energy into the world, which we need right now. So sharing your grace energy, filling up yourself with grace, it's already there, but becoming aware of it, and then sending that forth consciously into the world, which will benefit greatly from our shared grace. Have an awesome day. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are, and that grace is inherent in you. Bye-bye.